Okay, here is my drawing of the mid-sagittal view of the vocal tract. First, I'm going to point out some things, and then I'm going to go through each of these consonants and talk to you about how they are produced. So here we have our vocal folds. Here's our larynx. This is the epiglottis. This is the pharynx. This is the oral cavity. This is the nasal cavity, the velum, the hard palate, and the uvula. And this is our tongue right here. So the tip, the front, the back, and the root of the tongue. Here are our teeth. Our lips are right here. Nostril. Right behind our teeth is the alveolar ridge. And I think that's it. So the first one we're going to talk about is the bilabial P. So first, the respiratory system is going to build up subglottal air pressure inferior to the adducted vocal folds, and then it's going to push those vocal folds apart so they can open and close. For the phonatory system, the P is voiceless, so there will be no vibrating of the vocal folds. And then for the resonatory system, our velum is going to move up, and it's going to, and the velopharyngeal walls are going to create a tight seal to prevent any air from escaping into the nasal cavity. So this is going to close, so there's no air to escape through this area. And then for the articulatory system, I mentioned that P is a bilabial, so the lips are going to move together to create that sound. Okay, next we're going to do our velar K. So similarly, we're going to build up that subglottal air pressure again and push the vocal folds apart. For our phonatory system, K is voiceless again, so there will not be any vibrating of the vocal folds here. And then for resonatory, again, this is not a nasal consonant, so our velum is going to rise, and the velopharyngeal walls are going to create that tight seal to prevent any air from escaping into this cavity here. And then our place of articulation, like I mentioned, is velar, so it's going to be on our right by our soft palate, so the tongue is going to move back to touch our soft palate to create that K sound. And lastly, we have our L, which is an alveolar. So again, the respiratory system is going to build up that subglottal air pressure, push the vocal folds apart. For our phonatory system, the L is voice, so our vocal folds will be vibrating. And then, since it's not a nasal consonant, again, the velum will rise to block off the nasal cavity, and the velopharyngeal walls will create that tight seal to prevent air from escaping. And like I said, it's an alveolar. The place of articulation is alveolar, so our tongue, the tip of our tongue, is going to be placed right on this alveolar ridge to create that L sound. Thank you.